Kia ora and welcome to the Beer Jerk Beer Club Drink Along. I'm Luke.
I'm Joe.
This week we are drinking a beer from the good folks at McLeod's. Cove.
Yeah. So Cove is an unfiltered pale ale. They, I'm pretty sure, refuse to call anything hazy. Even their 802, their 802 series is just unfiltered IPAs. But yeah, this is the newest beer in their six-pack range.
Yeah.
Which is a big development. Obviously, McLeod's are probably the biggest and most successful brewery in New Zealand to only take up 2 spots on a supermarket six-pack shelf. So I'm presuming this was an effort to sort of combat that.
Yeah, because in 330 cans they have, so would it be Paradise and Pioneer?
Paradise and Longboarder.
Oh, Longboarder, yeah, not the Porter, of course.
Yeah, so their core range does contain things like, is it Trader, the Scotch Ale, Pioneer Porter, Cyclone.
Yeah.
Those kind of amazing beers. But yeah, this is a new development. So I was pretty keen to give it a go and get it featured.
Well, I think it's a brewery not to be rushed into things and not to jump on bandwagons, not to do things just because everyone else is doing things. I think they do things the right way and their own way, and that's probably part of the reason why they're so very, very highly regarded. So if you're part of Beer Club and you're joining us for this drink along, you probably know who McLeod's are. They are they're sort of many brewers' favourite brewery.
Yeah, they win a lot of awards. I think at the Brewers Guild, did they win top beer for Tropical Cyclone or?
It's likely.
The double IPA.
Real fantastic, meticulous, methodological approach to every aspect of brewing. And yeah, we couldn't list all the awards they win because it's just kind of endless, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just, yeah, as I say, such respect in the industry for what those guys do.
Yeah, it's a big expectation of quality, and they always meet it. And yeah, it's a great time. I'm sure a lot of you will be going north of Auckland this summer. And yeah, if you're passing through Waipu, you could do a lot worse than a pizza and a delicious beer in their pizza barn.
Yeah.
It's a pretty famous spot. Yeah, always amazing things on tap. They've got some of their, what's it called? Those bottles. I had the name
Smuggler's
in my head.
Bay series.
Smugglers, yeah. I was thinking Pirate something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Smuggler's Bay series in the fridges. So if they're not too rammed, someone will unlock that for you and can take something pretty delicious away. But yeah, it's just
yeah, that barrel series is incredible. And sort of the mixed ferments and the wild ferments that they do, really, really cool. And, small batches. This is the stuff that clearly pays the bills. Just getting loads of Paradise around the country. But yeah, their sort of small batch seasonal stuff is also really exciting.
Yeah, taking barrel-aged Scotch ales and, hibiscus, chamomile, table kind of beers, mildly sour. Just, really interesting stuff, really delicious stuff. A great time up there. Yeah,
and a brewery that does sort of go about things in their own way. They're definitely not copying what anyone else in New Zealand is doing. I'm often surprised when I see McLeod's billboards in unusual places. There aren't really many other breweries of their size that have billboards around the place. But I often feel like I might be in like a mall or just like on a highway and we'll see a beer McLeod's billboard. So that's a bit of a, well, not unique, of course. There's a lot of TUI billboards around. But onto this beer, Cove. It is unfiltered.
Yeah.
It has not been through a filter. If it had been through a filter, it would still be delicious. There definitely is a bit of a preconception out there, and there definitely was. We talked about this a little bit in the early days of hazy beers in New Zealand. Somehow it got into the heads of drinkers that having hazy beers was lazy and it was easier to brew it. And
well, you're skipping a step, aren't you?
And a brewer was saving time by not running it for the filter. Like I can't even imagine what people think happens on a brew day.
Just like the addition of fines is such a labor-intensive step. Yeah,
there is nothing lazy about unfiltered beers. I mean, there are examples like in Czechia, there's, what am I thinking, Staropramen or Pilsner Urquell. When you do go to the Pilsner Urquell brewery, you can try the unfiltered version of this, magnificent fresh Pilsner. And it is a bit different, but I think, to really try them side by side, you really get the results. But this is a platform for wonderful hops that are just really singing. And I think they've got them on the can what the hops are, which is always nice to see with these core range beers. Often brewers don't like to list the hops on the beer for beers that they're going to be singing a lot of, because often they print the cans and they print runs of thousands and thousands of cans, and then they have a shortage of Centennial and have to swap it out and still have a great beer, but then it's like galling that they've called a beer, Centennial Beast or something, or it's written on the can. Or
you should like brew that.
I should like come up with like names for Brit beers. This is Eclipse and Centennial. It's kind of like orangey, citrusy, zesty.
Yeah, and it's nicely balanced, the hop profile. That Centennial kind of keeping it piney and sort of a bit deeper, and then Eclipse is a nice sort of aroma hop to go with it.
And it has bitterness. It's not a just super soft aromatic. It is a kind of lovely 6-pack beer to take to the beach that it keeps you coming back for more.
Like the best lagers, decent bit of bitterness there. Refreshing.
Well, I know you're all going to enjoy this beer this week. No need to even suggest that you are. I hope you do. I enjoy pretty much all beers from McLeod's. So enjoy. Thanks for joining us again for another beer of the week drink along. Anything to add?
No, nothing to add.
Yeah. We're wrapping up operations on Friday on the warehouse. So you've got a last couple of days to get in your orders that we can ship to the batch. We'll send them wherever you are, the beach, the mountains. Stock up on some good beer from us at bj.co.nz. And our tap room here, Saturday is our last day until it closes for a couple of weeks, and we're back to normal on Monday the 6th of January. See you next week.
See ya.